Fiona sort of stole my opening there, but it is KLIM. It's from KLIM the Mountains. KLIM is based in Rigby, Idaho, which is a very small town in the middle of nowhere. The plant is literally in the middle of a potato field, and out the back door is the Grand Tetons, and out the front door is the Sierra Nevadas. It started by Justin Wood, and I've gone snowmobiling, I've gone off-road riding, I've gone ADV riding with these guys, and I can tell why their gear is built so well, because they can ride. Like, I've been on snowmobile trips with them before, and yeah, we're going up there, and it's like, yeah, I'm not going up there. So the stuff is tested and built. You'll see a lot of our YouTube videos and stuff. A lot of the guys you see in those videos, they work in the production. They're in the design department. The stuff is overbuilt, and it stands up to the test of time. My suit that I'm wearing right now is, I've been with them 6 years. I got it first year I was there. I've been across North America a number of times with it. I've been into the mountains. I've been into the dirt. I ride an old V-Strom 650, and it's scratched to rat crap because I'll take it anywhere. So it's been very good. I've been in the industry since 1986. I started. When I was 17 years old, I got a job in a factory, and they came to me on the weekend of Labor Day and said, if you'll stay, we'll put you right in the union wages, and I was a welder. And I did that for 5 years, and I was sick and tired of getting up every morning and hating my job. So I went to the local motorcycle shop, and I was starting to road race at that time and getting into bikes pretty heavily, and it was 5 years after I started the factory, and I went in and I said, I want a job here. I want to be a parts guy. I love motorcycles. I want to learn the industry. And that was October 1986, and I've been in it ever since. I've been an OEM rep. I've 6 years with KLIM now. I've done all kinds of different stuff, from run shops to... So it's been an experience. What else did I want to touch on? Where's my notes? Oh, some of the questions that we had come in. Whoever submitted questions, you're going to get a chance to win a pair of KLIM gloves. So first question, please explain lifetime warranty. Are there any restrictions? There is. You know, I've run into some stuff where guys have literally just worn them out. You know, I said, well, how many thousands of kilometers are on those gloves and stuff like that? And he said, well, I was turning up warranty, but the seams are going. I said, buddy, those things are worn out. So we do get the occasional one. But the warranty process is simple. How it works with us is, if you have a problem, a manufacturer's defect, whatever, something goes, you literally go to our website, you fill out the warranty claim form, it goes down to customer service, warranty department looks at it, if they feel it's a warranty claim, they'll send you a postage paid thing, you print it off, drop it in a box, send it to Rigby, they'll either fix it or they'll send you a new one. And it's as simple as that. So the Gore process and how we work with Gore and how we're able to offer that lifetime warranty is, with Gore, when you design something, you send it to Gore, they test it, fix this, change that, goes back, we do that, we send it back to them again. Once you get the final approval, then we work with Gore. I think it's 11 or 12 Gore-Tex approved facilities in the world where their Gore staff is on the ground walking production through. What a lot of companies will do is they'll get their rights to buy the Gore-Tex membrane, and then they take off and they get it made in their own factories. So that's how we're able to offer, by working with Gore, the lifetime warranty. So. What was another question? How does KLIM manage jacket ventilations in hot temperatures? Well, again, we go back to the designers and the guys who ride. I mean, you know, inherently sitting at a stoplight, anything's going to be warm. We design, you know, if it's an ADV jacket, the venting is designed for some people to spend a little bit more time standing up, and if it's a touring, the venting is more designed for people spending a little more time sitting down. That's really about it. Latitude pants are too long and knee protectors sit too low. How can these be adjusted? Buy the short pants. So a little story here. Working the motorcycle shows as I do every winter. You know, there's 3 basic ones in Toronto. And every year, even some Harley guys asking about short pants. I've been bugging KLIM for 4 years now to build me a 30-inch inseam, 38 to 48 waist pant. I'm down there next week, and I'm really hoping they're going to show it to me, because I really think it'll sell. The Latitude and the Badlands and the shorts we're sold out of already, and they just came out in February. It's the same thing with snowmobile short pants. Every year by November we're sold out. And I just can't figure out why they just don't build more of them, because it's just getting to be that market. Where's a pair of ladies? So this one Bonnie got me on. Is that you? So I didn't realize those altitude pants didn't, I just assumed like everything else from Climb, they would snap at the bottom. So when I was at Ottawa Good Time today, I went over and I'm like, yeah, you're right, they don't. I'm going to find out next week why they don't. I'll ask. Because I was surprised. You got me.
They don't snap
They
on
don't,
the bottom.
yeah.
They're the same as Wendy's.
Yeah.
They flare over my
Big
boots.
bell.
So you can't tighten tight around the boot, whereas all the other stuff has got 3 snaps. So you can snap it down nice and tight around your boot, and then you're not getting any water coming up. I'll find out that one for you. I'm there, I fly out Sunday, so.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go to a boot maker and have some snaps put in, because the men's just have snaps.
Yeah, so just watch that. Make sure they stay in that area where there's no gore, right at the very bottom, because if you once you get into the Gore-Tex membrane, you can't puncture it, right? And then you lose your warranty. But yeah, I mean, other than that, duct tape it. Can you tell us about Climb's new helmets? So Climb is really good at keeping secrets. And a couple of years ago, they didn't bother to tell us reps that they were getting into the helmet business, and I went out and bought a brand new Shoei Hornet X2, rode all the way to Climb to the sales meeting, walked in and went, oh, we're getting into the helmet business. And they've got some surprises coming for us next week too, so I don't know what they're going to be. I know Carlsbad's getting changed for next season, but other than that, I don't know. And I hear rumor of a vented mesh Badlands coming. We'll find out next week. So the helmet design thing, obviously just a progression with Climb. They wanted to get into the helmet business. So I'll use the Cryos as an example. The Cryos was, the 2 guys they put in charge of designing that. They bought them Shoeis and they bought them Arise and said, those are arguably the 2 best helmets in the world out there. Go ride in them for a couple of months and find out what you can do better. So one was aerodynamics, swimming the head around and not getting through grabbed. One was lightness. One was noise levels inside the helmet. They had a checklist. And that's where the helmets came from. They went carbon fiber in all of them. And there's a new one out, the Cryos Pro. Hold that for a second. Thanks. So this, I can pass this around. This is called Choroid. This is a new invention, and we're the first ones in power sports to have it. So regular styrene in your old helmet, this is called Choroid. So it's plastic, basically straws fused together. And our new Cryos Pro has that protection in it. It's 48% better impact protection. So I said to the guy from Choroid when I met him, I said, this is groundbreaking. Like, aren't you hearing from Shoei, Arai, everybody? And he said, oh yeah, for sure, they're all calling. It's so new, they haven't even figured out how to fuse it into the entire helmet yet. We still have styrene around the bottom just to keep it in place. But it's very good protection. Pass that around if you want. So that's brand new. That just came out this spring in our street lid, and we've had it for about a year in our off-road lid. So just kind of a new thing. A lot of people have not heard of that. It's really coming into bicycle and snowmobile or skiing right now. So, but 48% better impact protection, that's huge. So, anybody have any questions? Quiet.
We have one more question there about, there are a lot of great companies in the space. Why should Climb be our go-to provider?
Well, I think that really comes down to the warranty, doesn't it? Because who else in the power sports industry offers a lifetime warranty? Nobody. That's it. The stuff is completely overbuilt. One story I tell is we have this guy in the design staff. His name's Paul Weaver, and he's like a mad scientist. So we were on a break one day. We come back from the sales meeting. We come back and there's all these different colored threads lined up in front of us. This one's Alpine Stars. This one's Joe Rocket. This one's this. And you could literally just go through and snap them. Then you got to ours and it would cut your fingers. Just a simple little stuff as a stitch, or thread, I guess that's called. So, so between the warranty and, we want to be your go-to gear. I mean, I get asked all the time, why is it so much money? Well, because it has a lifetime warranty, and guess what? It works. So, I mean, when you get to that, we're starting to see a lot of sales. And I'll tell you a funny story that happened with Isabel at Ottawa Good Time to me last August. So I was in presenting next year's gear, this year's gear. And we were going over numbers. And I said, you're up with us, and we're seeing a good trend across Canada right now. We're trending up. And we are again this spring because of the weather. That helps my gear move. And I think what we're breaking this down to, we're seeing this as snowmobile and motorcycle, is the guys that are going on those trips, they're spending money to go on those trips, and they're getting to their hotel room at night, and one guy's dry and comfortable, and the other guys are miserable and wet and trying to figure out how to get their gear ready to go the next day. And that one guy who finally bid it, and then, you know, everybody else is just sick of it. We're on this trip and we're wet and we're miserable. Again, in snowmobile, we see this big time. And then the guy is dry. So I'm going over this with Isabel at Ottawa last year. 3 guys came in from Owen Sound, Ontario. They've been out east on a trip. The forecast was monsoon for the rest of the day. And they had to be back in Owen Sound that night. All 3 of them left and climbed. One guy came in with them. One guy threw his gear in the garbage right there. I said to Isabel, can you believe I told you that story an hour ago and it just happened right in front of our face? It was unbelievable. So, I think that's all we got to go over, isn't it? I mean, we could...
Peter, I think, has a question back there.
Talk through one issue I've always had with buying is which models to buy for what type of riding you're doing. And I'll be specific. Like I went out and bought the Latitude,
Yeah.
which is Gore-Tex, keeps me dry.
Yeah,
Then in hot weather I have the mesh,
yeah,
keeps me cool. Now I want to go on vacation for 2 weeks, so now I have 2 sets of clothes. So then I started to look at it. KLIM also has a Gore-Tex layer, which is kind of like a rain suit. in a
yeah,
way,
forecast, yeah.
which probably would have been a better approach for a vacation, because then I could wear my mesh, and then that Gore-Tex layer rolls up rather small when you like it.
Yeah, the forecast rolls right up into its own pocket, yeah, so.
It's something you don't see in the stores. It's kind of, you gotta worry about it.
Yeah, yeah, I know, it's funny, but the dealers just don't carry that forecast all that well. I mean, it's, I've been told by a couple of dealers that it's just a very expensive rain suit, but I mean, it is Gore-Tex,
Right,
so,
and it breathes.
and it breathes.
That's the big
That's the big thing, whereas your rubber rain suit's not gonna breathe, you're gonna be sweating in it. So, I mean, you know, almost with any kind of our climb gear, you got to kind of qualify where you're going. Are you going to be riding off road? Or you know, I wear the Latitude suit. That's all I need for Ontario. I'm going out west this summer. If I was going to go up the Dempster and go right to the top, I'd buy a Badlands just for the extra protection. I mean, you really got to qualify where you're going, what you're riding. Do you go off road? I wanted to mention off road because Fiona had brought that up. Apparently, you're trying to push a little bit more of the guys with GSs to try the off road stuff. I left a few of these brochures that I picked up from Clinton Smout. I don't know if anybody knows him. They're right up here. But if you guys are actually seriously thinking about going off-road with your GS, I highly recommend you take this guy's school because it is unbelievable good. You will come out of there being, you won't even believe it. It's unreal how good it is. It's just down by Barrie, Ontario. So I'll leave these over here, but it's absolutely worth looking into. He's an excellent instructor.
I just mentioned one more thing that I really like is when you buy a KLIM, you can go online and order a medical card.
Yep.
And each KLIM outfit has a little zipper with a little medical mark here. And this is like a plastic credit card. They send it to you within a week.
They're mailed out every Friday.
Yeah, and basically it fits in your jacket. And the emergency people know where to look for that. So it has all your medical information, your name, your address, everything right on your jacket, and it's there all the time.
Yeah, they're
That's
mailed
a
out.
free service they offer.
So that's a great thing. The other one too that I didn't mention, and probably a lot of people know about, is the 5-year crash replacement warranty too. He's going to try it out, unfortunately, but it'll come through for you, guaranteed. 5 years from date of purchase with any of our gear, if we can get the product back after your crash with a copy of the police report, we'll replace your gear for free. We want to see how it held up in the crash situation. The first one that I ever saw that happen with that was a KLIM induction mesh jacket, and the gentleman hit the deck in Washington State at 75 miles an hour, and the mesh held up. It didn't tear, it didn't rip, he didn't lose any skin. So the biggest thing with mesh jackets, and everybody looks at mine and sees how expensive it is everybody's mesh in the world, Alpine Stars, you name it, all the mesh is built out of polyester. Ours is called KLIM carbonite mesh. We stole it from the aeronautical industry, but it's 750% stronger than polyester. It has 140 degrees Fahrenheit burn point. So it's a summer mesh, those really hot days when you want to go for a ride, that if you happen to hit the deck, you're covered and safe. Full D3O armor. So.
Brian, is this 2D and 3D layer different than the other top manufacturers? Do you have a different process, or the process is all the same for everybody?
For the Gore-Tex?
The Gore-Tex, that's right.
So there's two different kinds of Gore-Tex, and again, we work with Gore-Tex as far as that goes. So a Badlands jacket has a 3-layer Gore-Tex in it. So what a 3-layer Gore-Tex is, the Gore-Tex membrane is fused into the garment all around. No difference in waterproofness. Difference is durability and breathability. A 3-layer Gore-Tex will pull the moisture off your skin faster. A 2-layer is just on the outside of the garment. So, and again, working with Gore, you know, we actually ask them which one do we use for this jacket. So a Latitude is a 2-layer, and when you get up into the Badlands, you're into a 3-layer.
So your process, would it be the same as Ruka would do, or another company? Or is it, each company has their own process?
It depends. So when you're built in a Gore-Tex factory, so the Gore-Tex rule is anywhere where there's a, I'm trying to hold this and do this all with my hands, anywhere where there's a seam in the garment, the Gore-Tex tape seal underneath it has to be, by Gore-Tex's rule, 1 inch on either side of the seam. So what other companies will do is they'll put seam seal it, but they won't do the 1 inch out the other side. So there's just kind of ways to cheat, we could call it. So, but again, when we go to the Gore-Tex factories, that's how we be able to offer that lifetime warranty. We know it's sealed, and we know it's going to stay dry. So,
It is dry.
yeah, I know it.
We did 4 days pouring rain in Europe, and it's dry.
Yeah, I know. It's, again, you know, we come back to, why is it so much money? Because it works.
Does Climb make road racing suits?
No, I don't. I'm going to say they're never going to get into leather, but I've heard from a little birdie there's a leather jacket coming I'm going to see next week. But no road race suits.
There was a press release a few months ago about a partnership between Climb and I'm not sure if it's French or a Swiss company that's into inflatable vests.
Yeah, that's coming. I'll see that next week. I haven't got much details on it yet, but I've heard that's coming too. I'm expecting to have all the info next week. Like I said, I fly Sunday, so, but they love their surprises. You know, they're not going to tell me anything ahead of time. So. Yes, Latitude, Badlands are available in short, and hopefully they've listened to me for 4 years of griping at them. I want that 30-inch inseam, 38 to 48 inch. Just I said, give me a $600 to $700 Gore-Tex pant with that sizing, because you just can't believe how much I get asked for that.
Just to point out that there are a number of the full catalogues here for you to take, because as Ryan is, I think, saying over and over, there's a lot of product that isn't necessarily right here for you to buy.
Yeah.
But it's there.
So there's a stack here if anybody wants one. Our website's great too, our YouTube channel.
Are we allowed to order actually directly from Climb, or do we have to go through a reseller in Canada?
You can order direct off our website, yes. You pay full suggested retail, and I believe it's over $100 you get free freight. But
And do you have a Canada operation as well, or is it
no, so we have a 3PL warehouse out in Richmond or Vancouver, one of the two out there. But that looks like it's going to be changing some in the next couple of years. They're making a deal to go have the Climb warehouse in Idaho, and then they're going to have another one in Ohio. So Canadian stuff will come up from Ohio. So.
Yeah, well, they're saying for the women's in the pants, you get like different sizing, different lengths.
Yeah, tall, I believe, only in the ladies. I don't think there's a short. I know.
Yeah, but the regular fits me, and I only have a 30-inch inseam, so they're not too long for me.
Yeah.
At my age.
Chantel fits in a diameter.
As far as the match go, there's some companies that have a shorter zipper so that you can, if you need to hem your straps differently, you can do that. Has Climb ever considered that?
So we had that on the very original Altitude suit, and they took it away. And I asked why, and they never really answered me. So, but I don't know. I know it's like I said, 4 years I've been yelling at them for those short pants. So, yeah, send them.
All of us.
So if you ever have stuff like that, feedback@climb.com. That goes right to Justin. So.
No, just not our Justin.
No, Justin, head of Climb. So Climb's actually owned, a lot of people don't know this, is Climb is actually owned by Polaris. They bought them in 2012, And so I'm a salaried employee of Polaris Canada. That's their truck, their insurance. I haven't owned a vehicle since I started working for them, so it's kind of nice. But I do a lot of driving though. I bought that truck, or I got that truck just over 2 years ago, and I'm at 140,000 K. So, but when I I lost it last year, thank goodness. I was doing all of Ontario and all of Manitoba as my territory. Now I'm back to just Ontario. Still enough, Fort Francis to Ottawa to Windsor. Thank goodness for satellite radio. Are you ready?
I'm ready when you're ready.
I'm ready when you are.
Amy's been ready. She's ready. She's clutching these fantastic KLIM Gore-Tex
Waterproof
sport,
new
whatever,
glove.
new
So
gloves.
just a note on these. I've had mine for a year now, and they are fantastic. They're like wearing a motocross glove. They're totally dry in the rain. The grip on the bars is incredible. It's called Gore Grip. So Gore brought that out about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So traditionally with a Gore-Tex glove, when you grab hold of the handlebars, there's play from the Gore-Tex membrane in the palm of the glove. Gore Grip is a new way they've found now. They can fuse the Gore-Tex membrane right into the palm of the glove, and you've lost that play. So when you see the Gore Grip, the grip on the bars is incredible. I've got a couple of thousand K on mine already. Mine are early prototype ones, so the fingers are too long, but
The only question is who's going to get them, isn't it?
yeah.
Oh, and just in case they don't fit you, you just head on to the Good Time Centre with them if they're not the right size when you win them. And Michelle, and she'll switch them for a pair that are your size. Okay,
So there's no random number draw this time?
not for the gloves. We put it out there about 3 times on the web, on the e-blast and everything. It was the people that took the time to submit a question in advance, where their name was going in this bag, which belongs to somebody else. I stole it off his desk. Oh, hi. So, anyway, Ryan,
Okay, here we
drum
go.
roll. Oh, sorry. Just the one, because we can't give just a left and a right.
Okay,
Ken.
Ken.
Great.
Ken wins them.
Lucky man.
Yeah, if they don't fit, yeah, just see Michelle, she'll set you up. I guess that's it. Any more questions? I'm moving around too much in the camera, chasing me. I guess we're good.
We're good. Thank you very much for being
Thank you.
brave enough to come and talk to us.